Well, CDC workers, they reportedly received an internal memo from their new chief operating officer requiring them back on campus for in-person work starting September 15th. That date will mark more than 1 month since police say Patrick White fired about 500 rounds at the CDC headquarters in DeKalb County. 11 Alive's Marissa Sarback spoke with current and former employees today about the shift back to in-person work. Marissa, we know for some this is far too soon. What are you hearing from workers?
Faith, that is exactly what we're hearing. Many of them say they are not comfortable going back on campus until all of the damage is repaired. One employee telling me if they were to get a cubicle or an office that was on the Clifton Road facing portion of the building, which bore the brunt of the damage during that attack, they would find somewhere else to work.
The couple people that I've spoken to are not comfortable.
Former CDC employee Sarah Boehm speaking on behalf of many of the current CDC employees who reportedly received this message from their new COO to return to work on September 15th. None of the current employees we reached out to for an on-camera interview were comfortable speaking out today, fearing they might lose their jobs.
People are not wanting to come on camera, and they're not wanting to speak on the record because they're scared, right? Like there's just this environment of fear of people losing their jobs, fear for their safety.
Current CDC employees sent us this internal memo that said by September 15th, quote, all staff will be expected to return to their approved offices. The note says repairs at Roybal are well underway and alternative spaces will be designated for those whose workspaces remain impacted. The note does not address the security concerns the employees tell us they still have. Sarah and other former CDC workers signed the letter to HHS Secretary Kennedy asking for an increase in security, especially at the Chamblee and Century Center campuses.
Their security, I was speaking to someone who went in and they didn't even ask her to open her backpack. They just let her right in.
Right now, you're taking a live look at Building 21, which is the building we toured about 2 weeks ago to see all of the damage from August 8th. You can see some of the windows have been replaced, but there are still quite a few that have not. Now, during that tour, CDC officials tell us they were increasing security by 20%, not just here at this campus, but at all of the CDC campuses across the country. Reporting live outside Roybal tonight, Marissa Sarback for 11 Alive News.
Marissa, thank you so much for bringing that to us. Still so many unanswered questions for people at the CDC. Now, we did reach out to the agency again to get confirmation on this internal memo and some details around the timeline for repairs. So far, we have not heard back.